Today we're at an event showcasing and highlighting issues around menopause and trying to increase understanding of how that can impact people at the workplace but also at home.
It's obviously an issue that impacts all women, or certainly most women, but the good thing is we've got a real mix of men and women in the room here today just to talk about sort of the symptoms of menopause, how it impacts women in the working environment.
I think it's important for sort of all of us to understand with menopause especially. Obviously being myself, I'm not going to experience it directly, but it's quite important to understand what your colleagues may be going through or what people in your family might face.
And we've got some menovests so that people, and men in particular, can experience what the menopause is like. We're around food and around advice in general, really, to help people to kind of deal with the menopause.
So what I've just done is I've put on this vest that is supposed to heat, well, it's heating up as we speak, and it's supposed to give you the feel of what a lady that's going through menopause might feel when she experiences hot flashes.
It's intermittently heating up, cooling down, heating up, cooling down. This is my second phase of heat.
When I was sat here on my own, I think it sort of eased up, and I think it's probably going to come back in a second now, just now because I'm talking. But yeah, no, it was really interesting.
It's quite difficult to concentrate. The temperature across my body wasn't regulated, so trying to get up and move around and just trying to get a bit more stability in terms of temperature so I can concentrate. Yeah, it's quite an interesting experience.
So there's a lot more to it than just the hot flashes that people think about. And I think nutrition is a very important part of it as well. So I think that's a key thing that I've taken from here.
I'm going through the menopause at the moment, and because I'm a nutritionist, I'm really interested in understanding everything about menopause. Exercise is a huge help, what you eat, and if you want to go down the HRT route, talking to your doctor, really important to understand those options.
It's really important to have a wellness day because, especially for women who are going through menopause, I have a lot of clients who suffer with muscle aches from the menopause, and it's really useful to have a sports massage for those benefits, and it helps to release tension in their muscles.
From a more holistic point of view, I hadn't necessarily thought about using crystals to do with the menopause, but if we think about hormonal balances and how different people's brain works and what helps them feel calm and focused and things, it's really interesting to look at things from a more holistic, general point of view.
Women are going through these ups and downs all the time, down to the menopause, and I feel like these days raising awareness is really good for other people in the workplace to kind of get an understanding more of the menopause, because there's not too much information out there really.
It was really interesting to have an opportunity to look at some books, to talk to some experts, and actually just to have conversation with my male colleagues.
Today I've learned a lot more about the menopause I didn't know, mainly about how uncomfortable it can be for a woman going through the menopause. You kind of know what the menopause is as a male, but when I've been speaking to my female colleagues, it's just learning about what they're going through at the time.
I think just keeping that communication open, having that conversation available, and making sure that all levels of the corporate structure are welcome to talk about their daily struggles.
It creates this really lovely environment for our colleagues and peers, and just be able to be in a forum, in an area where they can chat freely and learn about what's going on sort of in the local area, what can be offered.
The menopause is certainly something I'm continuing to learn about just by being in and around this sort of subject area. But what I do understand is it's certainly something that needs to be spoken more about.